once again, it's the Ballyjohn Youth Band who leads the parade, and the Cavan Gaels team dressed in blue jerseys with white hoops and yellow numbers. Patrick O'Keefe is in goal. Right back Kieran McGade, full back Fergal Brady, and left back is John Murray. The half line on the right, Conor Rabbit, in the centre, Finan Coyle, on the left, Liam Rabbit. Centre field is Neil Collins and Sean Riley. The half forwards are Damien O'Connor on the right, Nicholas Walsh in the centre, Damien Farrell on the left. Top of the right, Kieran Flynn. Full forward, Alan Coyle. Top of the left, John Johnston. The Kingscourt team in goal, Cathal McCabe, right back Conor McMahon, full back Colin McCabe, left back David Kieran. The half line on the right, Kevin Callan, in the centre, Paddy Cunningham, on the left, Kieran Farley. Midfield is Patrick Carroll, their captain, and Neil McCabe. The half forwards are Sean O'Gargan on the right, in the centre, Sean Mulligan, on the left, Peter Kieran. Top of the right, Sean Falcon, full forward, Damien Sheridan, and top of the left is Fergal Malone. So the team's moving across now behind the band into the centre. This, the Roinn Under-12 League Final. Due to a clash of colours, Kingscourt are wearing maroon and white on this occasion. The other team in the blue and white are Muncher Connacht, who have already been victorious this evening. So now it's everybody Shasagi for a run Nivian. Return to my seat as the backs and forwards take up their positions. The referee for this one is Tony McDonnell. The linesman on this side of the field will be Thomas McDermott. Certainly in the first half anyway. Francie Galligan is on the far side and the game is on. And Patrick Carlin, the Kingscourt captain, almost got away with it. Neil Collins was in there tackling. It's Patrick Carlin who picks it up for Kingscourt, and it didn't gain much ground, but it got to Sean Mulligan. Broken away from him, Finan Coyle. Play up along the right, and Kieran Farley sends it downfield, where it's intercepted there now by Conor Rabbit. Ball out of play up here to a right line ball to Kingscourt. David Kieran, the one who's going to take it. Down into the middle towards Paddy Cunningham. Paddy Cunningham's kick further downfield. A foul on Neil McCabe and a free to Kingscourt down here to our left, and he left foots that one across into the middle, where it's now about to be cleared. Coming across to intercept there for Kingscourt was Paddy Cunningham. That is Neil McCabe. That's a wide. referee Tony McDonald has gone down now to remove those other youngsters from behind the goal area who were playing about with a ball. Now, we had a little difficulty here a few weeks ago when a number of youngsters were actually kicking a ball across in front of the camera. We now await the kick out from Patrick O'Keefe. Well, he didn't take it. I thought he might have been going to take it. Damien O'Connor sends the ball upfield, and Kieran Flynn in a tussle there now with David Kieran. Going in there is Nicholas Walsh. Walsh across in field now to Kieran Flynn. The kick from out the field has gone over the bar for the first score of the game. So Cathal McCabe's kick comes out towards the centre of the field. Neil Collins getting it in and going back in the corner. David Kieran to pick it up. David for Kingscourt across where Nicholas Walsh slips in, takes the shot and sends it over. The Gaels lead by 2 points to no score after 3 minutes of play in the first half. Cathal McCabe will take the kick out for the Kingscourt lads. Out onto the far side, Patrick Carlin getting it. Patrick Carlin moving downfield with it. Damien Sheridan was trying to get it in there, but the ball is now booted way out the field as the referee, the water free, Sean Mulligan, was in pursuit of it, but the player in possession now to take the free is Peter Kieran, drops it in. And now holding it is Colin McCabe. Colin McCabe takes the free and sends it downfield. That's coming very near the sideline. That's gone over the sideline off the boot of Sean Riley. Caden Farley sends the line ball in, and Sean Riley picks it up. He's tackled in there now by Neil McCabe, but the ball is sent out into the middle. Niall Collins trying to get it into space. Damien Farrell doesn't quite win it. Sean Mulligan seems to have fouled, and there's a free which Damien Farrell takes and sends upfield, intercepted in there by Colin McCabe of Kingscourt, and Colin McCabe sends it out onto the far side. Finan Coyle going across to pick it up for the Gaels, but ran out of space. A line ball to Kingscourt, far side of the field. 5 minutes played in the first half as the ball goes in towards Damien Sheridan. Across now to Peter Kieran. Peter Kieran getting it inside for Sean Forkin. Free in to Kingscourt. Sean Forkin to take it. Sean Forkin drops it in and is parried in there by Patrick O'Keefe, and I think it could well have been Fergal Brady who got the clearance out. Kieran McGlade would appear to be playing farther out the field, and his number 2 jersey would suggest. That's Colin McCabe. Sean Mulligan, his kick is intercepted there by Finan Coyle, who sends it upfield. Sean Johnston didn't quite hold on to it, and Kevin Callan does, and Kevin Callan sending it down along the right wing. Sean O'Gargan trying to work his way in as he sends it across in towards the middle. Sean Forkin tapped it down, but couldn't quite hold on to it, and the ball rooted outfield somewhat. Niall Collins moving upfield with it, being chased by Patrick Carlin as the ball is dipped inside, and it's gone wide. It's gone wide off the boot of Caden Flynn. The net wriggled, the crowd raised to it. It was the outside of the post. So Cathal McCabe will take the kick out and he swings it out into space. David Kane has to go back there to get it. Intercepted by Nicholas Walsh, who boots it up towards the corner. Damien O'Connor to be chased there by Ciaran Farley. Nicholas Walsh to win possession and send the ball across into the middle. Who will it bounce for? It's Kingscourt who emerged with it, but interception by Conor Rabbit, but he then handled it on the ground. So now Fergal Malone. Back there is Kieran McLeod, not holding on to it. Fergal Malone for Kingscourt lobs it in, and Sean Riley about to come out with it for the Gaels lads. Back there doing some defending is Conor McMahon, and he's supported by Patrick Carlin as the ball comes downfield now to Sean O'Gargan. Sean Oak's kick is blocked down in there by Fionnán Coyle. Up it goes now to Sean Johnston. Sean Johnston taps it on. Nicholas Walsh will leave it. And we await a shot at a goal from Alan Coyle. One, two to the Gaels. I've had a little bout of the sneezes as that one goes from out the field all the way over the bar to make it now 1 goal and 3. 8.5 minutes gone in the first half as Cathal McCabe prepares to take the kick out. Comes well downfield to Sean Mulligan. Sean Mulligan boots it down along the line on the far side. Out over the sideline as Liam Rabbit chased out there. Is he going to take the sideline kick or will he leave it? Fionnán Coyle is going to take it. Further up the wing. A free to Cavan Gaels. Intercepted there now by Ciaran Farley, sent downfield. A foul on Patrick Carlin and a free to Kingscourt. And Patrick Carlin about to take it. Tried to send it down the middle where Conor Rabbit intercepts. Patrick Carlin now for Kingscourt. Left footing that one in. That's Damien O'Connor. Damien O'Connor further up now to Nicholas Walsh. Nicholas Walsh has got Ciaran Flynn running on, but it'll nip on instead to Alan Coyle. The Gaels goal scorer Coyle still going, takes the shot, and that one has gone wide. It remains 1-3 to no score. 10 minutes gone in the first half. Cathal McCabe's kick out. Ciaran Farley sends it well down the field. Corey Cunningham was going across there to try to win it. Seemed to be tugged. The free has been awarded to Kingscourt up here to our right. Corey Cunningham's kick downfield is knocked down, and Neil McCabe was tussling for it there with Sean Riley. Peter Kieran is in there as well. There's a free to Kingscourt just out there in front of us, and Peter Kieran will take it. That one well held and well cleared out when it comes to Damien O'Connor. It was Sean Riley who cleared it out, and intercepting there now for Kingscourt is Colin McCabe. Tries to get the ball downfield towards Sean Mulligan. Finan Coyle out there with them as Sean Mulligan sends it further downfield. Sean Forkin for Kingscourt, the kick is blocked down. And eventually it comes to Damien Farrell. He's dispossessed and Sean Forkin of Kingscourt sends it infield. It goes infield now to Damien Sheridan. Players running in as the ball bounces in front of the goal. It's gone into the arms of the goalkeeper on the goal line. It came off the post and Patrick O'Keefe's clearance comes outfield. Damien O'Connor boots it up to Nicholas Walsh. Nicholas Walsh sends it further up into the corner where Kieran Flynn will chase after it. Chasing after him is David Kieran. Kieran Flynn from out the field, left foot into the cross. It's going to bounce for Sean Johnston. Sean Johnston now laying it back outfield to Damien Farrell, inside to Alan Coyle. Coyle with the kick. Coyle with the point. We await the kick out from Cahill McCabe, and it swings out towards Damien O'Connor of Cavan Gaels, whose kick was smothered in there now by Pádraig Cunningham. They're still tussling for it, and that's Conor Rabbit of Cavan Gaels who tries to get it through the middle, and Alan Coyle, he didn't get away with it as Kieran Farley sends it downfield, and Sean Riley intercepts and sends a long ball that's going to go bouncing in where goalkeeper Cahill McCabe comes out with it, and Cahill to clear it out onto the wing on the far side. Racing back there, Sean Mulligan. He may be centre forward, but he's got to do some defending for Kingscourt. The ball going out over the sideline. The kick is in Cavan Gaels' favour as it comes infield to Nicholas Walsh. Nicholas from out the field sends it in, sends it over the bar. 1-5 to Cavan Gaels, no score to Kingscourt. Just over 14 minutes played in the first half. Come on! Carl McCabe's kick, and Neil McCabe held, sends the free down for Peter Kieran to hook it in and gets it into Fergal Malone, who turns and sends it over off the upright. The kick out. Neil Collins. That one going to go up where Alan Coyle grabs it near the end line, lays it back to Sean Johnston. Johnston plays it outfield to Damien Farrell. Damien Farrell about to take the shot, takes the shot and sends it over the bar, and the Gaels lead 1-6 to a point. Cahill McCabe's kick. Niall Collins not holding on to it. Kevin Callan is out there for Kingscourt, not getting in the clearance. Sean Mulligan out there now to win it for the Kingscourt lads. Damien Farrell to challenge, and Damien Farrell to win possession, booting the ball across the centre. Nicholas Walsh adds to it, and Kieran Flynn waited for the ball to come to him. It didn't come because nipping in was David Kieran, and now here comes Peter Kieran. Neil McCabe picks it up for Kingscourt, tries to work his way through. Tony McDonald blows the whistle. Free in to Kingscourt, dead straight in front of the goal. Sean Forkin waits to take it. to chip it over. 1-6-2. 17 minutes played in the first half as Pádraig Cunningham picks it up. Patrick Carlin is to his right if he decides to use them, but the ball breaks free instead, and Conor Rabbit handling it on the ground concedes advantage, and Patrick Carlin to take the free. Nicely flighted over the bar. 1-6-3. 17 and a half minutes played in the first half as Finan Coyle boots the ball up towards Allen, and Alan Coyle knew, well, he was expecting Niall Collins supporting him. He gets it further on to Alan Coyle. Alan Coyle trying to get it in field, intercepting there was Kieran Farley. Out it comes to Patrick Carlin. Patrick Carlin now needs support and gets the support from Kevin Callan, who's been pressured by two Cavan Gaels players. The one now pressuring him is Damien Farrell as the ball is sent downfield, and picking it up is Finan Coyle. Finan Coyle tries to get it upfield towards a colleague, but it's Kevin Callan who intercepts. Kevin Callan getting it down the wing, further down along the line, out over the sideline, far side of the field. Sean Riley ready to take the sideline kick. One of the Kingscourt players in need of attention, that will have to come back because the referee, Tony McDonnell, wasn't quite ready. Damien Farrell also being attended to out there. His opposite number is Kevin Callan, and looking around, I think that's the one who is in need of attention as well. Nicholas Walsh. Nicholas jabbing it on, and Conor McMahon grabs it for Kingscourt and sends it outfield. Nicholas Walsh once more, and Nicholas this time to boot it in across into the centre, and it's Colin McCabe who sends it well outfield. Sean Mulligan chases after it, but the ball beating him out over the sideline. Line ball to Cavan Gaels. Neil McCabe picks it up for Kingscourt and sends it across in, where Nicholas Walsh grabs it for Cavan Gaels. Nicholas adding to it, and the Gaels trying to build an attack, but the attack is broken up. And Kingscourt now about to come on to the attack. They were trying to come on to it. Patrick Carlin didn't quite win it, and now it's Niall Collins takes the pass from Sean Riley and sends the ball upfield. A foul on Damien O'Connor, and a free which he himself takes and sends well astray from Cavan Gaels' point of view, and Patrick Carlin now gets Kingscourt moving with Pádraig Cunningham now in possession. Pádraig Cunningham jabbing it further on, and Neil McCabe. McCabe from out the field sends it to the left and sends it wide. We approach 21 minutes in this first half. I make it 1-6-3 as Niall Collins looks around to see who might be available. He's got to lash it on. They wait inside, and it's Conor McMahon who sends it out, and Niall Collins once more for Cavan Gaels, releasing it to Damien O'Connor. O'Connor with the shot on the point. 1-7-3, just over 21 minutes played in. As Patrick Carlin gets the ball down to Kevin Callan. Callan being chased by Damien Farrell. Neatly cut out there by Sean Riley as the ball is played up into space. Conor McMahon first to react to get to the free ball and sends it downfield. Neil McCabe fouled, free to Kingscourt. Well held in there by Fergal Brady, and the strongly built fullback gets it out for Damien Farrell, grabs it out on the wing. The left half forward back in a half-back position, and that's Niall Collins about to break away for Cavan Gaels, being shadowed all the way, but he's still in possession as Sean Mulligan still shadows him, and still going as Niall Collins, and from out the field drops it in, and it's Alan Coyle to catch it to the net on the rebound. Two 7-3, I make it, as Cathal McCabe's kick is got by Niall Collins, and Niall now trying to jink through on a solo run, fisted into Nicholas Walsh. Walsh back to Collins. Collins this time with the left drops it in. It's going to go out over the end line and go wide. So with 23 minutes played in the first half, it's 2-7 to 3 points. Kevin Callan in need of some attention out there. Perhaps Tony might have stopped the watch. We'll pick up some faces in the crowd. Play will resume with Cathal McCabe's kick. Damien O'Connor for Cavan Gaels. Damien in the centre to Nicholas Walsh. Walsh still going, takes the shot, takes the point. So it's Cathal McCabe with the kick out for Kingscourt. Patrick Carlin, Tony McDonald has blown the whistle, has called back the play. Patrick Carlin with the free. Damien O'Connor for Cavan Gaels gets the ball upfield. Kieran Flynn battling for it there. It's tapped back to Nicholas Walsh. Nicholas being chased all the way by Kieran Farley. Too many steps as referee Tony McDonald. Free out to Kingscourt up here to our right. Kieran Farley will take the free. It's bouncing across into the middle. Nicholas Walsh gets Liam Rabbitt's clearance and sends it to Damien O'Connor. And Damien in now to Sean Riley. Sean Riley from out the field with the left foot. Oh. Well, Tony McDonald is writing down the score. And Tony blows the half-time whistle, and so at half-time I make it 2-9 to 3 points. As I normally do, I'll check with somebody as to the correct score, or perhaps it will be announced on the public address.
Cavan Gaels 2 goals, 9 points, Kingscourt 3 points.
So that's confirmation of the score. Cavan Gaels 2-9, Kingscourt 3 points. usual half-time trip around the stand to pick up some faces in the crowd. The teams are making their way back to take up their positions for the second half. Joe O'Connor was given a bit of a gap there. Meanwhile, we concentrate on the commencement of the second half, and with it now restarted, and Sean Riley battling with Neil McCabe for possession right in front of the referee. A free has been awarded. In it goes. It'll break for Nicholas Walsh, and Nicholas Walsh powers it between the posts. 2:10 to 3 points. As Cathal McCabe's kick is tapped down, and Kieran Farley now for Kingscourt sending it upfield. Peter Kieran moving up, being chased by Conor Rabbit. They're tussling for it in there. John Murray goes across, and John Murray picking it up, and John with the clearance well down. Niall Collins on the far side, keeping it in play and jabbing it into his midfield partner, Sean Riley. Sean to left foot that one further downfield. Alan Coyle comes out to meet it and chip it inside to Nicholas Walsh. Nicholas Walsh with the shot hole from Nicholas Walsh. Cavan Gaels into the attack with Finan Coyle. Now it's Damien Farrell. Damien Farrell sends it across where it's intercepted by Patrick Carlin of Kingscourt, and Patrick trying to get out with it on a sole to jab it further upfield. Porrick Cunningham adding to it. Going out now is Sean O'Gargan in the tussle for with Liam Rabbit, and Liam Rabbit's kick intercepted there now by Kevin Callan. Kevin Callan sending it in field. And Sean Mulligan now. Sean drops it in. Liam Rabbit picking it up, and Liam to send the clearance down to Nicholas Walsh. Nicholas trying to brush off the challenge of Patrick Carlin. Coming across there as well was Conor McMahon, but Nicholas goes on. Nicholas still going, may run into a little bit of trouble. He's supported by Niall Collins, who takes the pass, takes the shot, takes the point. It's 3:11 to 3. Out comes the kick, and that's Sean Riley. Sean jabbing it down, and a foul on Sean Johnston. Sean Johnson drops the free in neatly. Alan Coyle lays it off to Sean Riley. It's intercepted there now, and Colin McCabe getting the ball out to Neil. Neil McCabe trying to make some progress with it. And it takes a return pass from Sean Mulligan. Still Neil McCabe in possession, lobbing it in. And Damien Shurn sends in a shot that's held in there by Patrick O'Keefe, and Patrick's clearance out onto the far side towards Niall Collins. Peter Kieran going out to tap it into Sean Mulligan, back to Peter Kieran. Peter to left foot that one across in towards the middle, and it's Fergal Brady who grabs it. Fergal is tackled by a couple of Kingscourt players, releases it to Finan Coyle. Finan Coyle down at the field where Kingscourt with Porrick Cunningham being fouled in possession. Fergal Brady taps down the free, and then gone to ground as he tried to come out with it, has been awarded a free, which he sends out towards Nicholas Walsh. Nicholas has Sean Johnston, but Sean not holding on to it. Conor McMahon back there. Sean Johnston now needs support. Damien Farrell was there to support him. Sean held it too long. The free out will come, and Neil McCabe of Kingscourt, his way partially blocked, but he gets it up to Patrick Carlin. Carlin still in possession, and from out the field sends it high. It's near the end line. John Murray was underneath it. It's a 45 to Kingscourt. Who you on? Patrick Carlin will take the 45. Sean Forkin brought it down, but couldn't hold on to it, and Sean Riley soloing out with it. Looks to see who's available ahead of him, then has to kick it. It's going to go very near the sideline. Nicholas Walsh tried to keep it in, but instead took it out over the sideline. Line ball to Kingscourt, just down here beneath it, and Kevin Callan to take it. Sean Forkin dropping it in, and it took a deflection in there, and Fergal Brady across in his own parallelogram to grab it and send it out. Damien O'Connor in a tussle for it there with Porrick Cunningham, and Damien now to jab the ball further downfield. Caden Flynn play continues as Kingscourt attempt to clear their lines, and Patrick Carlin now moving forward with it. Sean Riley sticking to the task of marking him as the ball is tipped inside to Neil McCabe. McCabe with the shot that's half blocked down. They're in after it there, and it will break for Sean Forkin. Damien Farrell races back. Sean Forkin working his way in, sends it in across the face of the goal, and Porrick Cunningham trying to find space, still looking for the space. Once more the ball is blocked down, and John Murray is across. And John with the clearance outfield, it will break for Damien O'Connor. And Damien O'Connor chipping it in to Niall Collins. Suddenly everything seems to have gone pretty silent as Alan Coyle now with the shot from out the field sends it in. The umpire reaching for the flag is 3-12 to Cavan Gaels, 3 points to Kingscourt. Carl McCabe's kick coming outfield. Sean Riley moving towards it for Cavan Gaels. He was tackled by Sean O'Gargan and being chased by Sean O. Gets it in now to Nicholas Walsh, whose pass goes astray, and Conor McMahon intercepts. He wins the free. Conor sends it upfield. Caden Farley adds to it. It's Sean Riley who gets it now and sends it out for Damien O'Connor of Cavan Gaels. Damien tackled by Caden Farley. Damien gets it down now, and David with the clearance outfield. Neil McCabe will pick it up for Kingscourt. John Murray goes out to challenge as Neil McCabe's kick goes high. Patrick O'Keefe well out the field. Sean Mulligan racing out to grab it for the Kingscourt lads. Sean Riley back there defending for Cavan Gaels. Play brought to a standstill as the referee has awarded a free out to Cavan Gaels, and Sean Riley will take it. Some pushing there and a free to Kingscourt, which Patrick Carlin is preparing to take. There's just over 9 minutes played in the second half, and that's gone out over the end line, and it has gone wide. That's Caden Farley, and he gets it into Sean Forkin. Forkin dropping it up. Sean O'Gargan with the kick. They're tussling for it in the goal mouth there. Peter Kieran takes a shot. Peter Kieran scores a point. It's 2-9 to 4. 3-12 to 4. I was looking to be a half-time score. Liam Rabbit across field. Porrick Cunningham up to Peter Kieran. Peter drops it in. It took a bit of a deflection in there. It's on its way out. John Murray getting it out to Damien Farrell. Damien adding to it. Nicholas Walsh waits. Sean Johnston goes on the run. The ball is chipped further instead, and it's Alan Coyle. Alan Coyle has got a player free to his right. The player is Cavan Flynn, and the ball is in the net. Four goals and 12 to 4 points. Now Tony McDonald has out his notebook. He's surrounded by Kingscourt players there. Sean Mulligan trying to find some space for himself, jabs the ball in, where it's intercepted by Sean Riley for Cavan Gaels, who belts it downfield. Niall Collins gets it. Niall Collins still in possession, needs a little bit of support, and he gets the support on the wing from Damien Farrell. Damien tipping it into Niall Collins. Collins been tackled now momentarily by Sean Mulligan. He's still in possession. He drops it in, it's bouncing in there very near where the goalkeeper, Colin McCabe, gets it, as Colin McCabe brought it down, and now it's Pádraig Cunningham to pick it up, trying to come out with it. Cunningham getting it through the middle, where John Murray comes down to get it for the Gaels, and John Murray to send it way down towards Kieran Flynn. Kieran taking it to his chest, tries to slip in past David Kieran, but he didn't get past Colin McCabe. Nicholas Walsh playing it into space, pushed over by Patrick Carlin. Just showing a little bit of aggression there, some of these young lads, as Nicholas Walsh drops the free in. Colin McCabe under some pressure, clearing it out. Patrick Carlin about to pick it up. Well, he boots it upfield instead. Sean Riley for Cavan Gaels. And Sean brought to the ground. Sean tips it infield to Niall Collins. Collins sends a high one that's going to curl well out to the right. Is it still in play? It's kept in there. Kieran Flynn and David Kieran in the tussle. Free in to... well, Damien O'Connor took the free. Took the point, 4-13 to 4. And Cavan Gaels with John Murray now to send the ball down towards that right wing of attack again, but coming out there was Colin McCabe. Peter Kieran chases after with Conor Rabbit, and it's Conor Rabbit who's across to pick it up illegally, so says the ref, free to Kingscourt. Peter Kieran to take it, and Peter sending it upfield towards Fergal Malone. Kieran McLeod out there with them as Malone tries to make his way in. Drops it in, it took a deflection, it's gone over the bar. Damien Clark is going into the Kingscourt team. It looks like Damien Sheridan who's going off. And right now, Kingscourt are coming into the attack there with Shoro Gargan. They've got a huge lead to try to pull down. Sean Forkin drops the free in. Sean Riley emerging from the crowd of players with it, and Sean Riley's kick is caught by Patrick Carlin of Kingscourt. Patrick Carlin from out the field sends it high. It's again dropping in towards the danger zone. Again, they're battling for it. It comes back out to Patrick Carlin, who this time drops it in, and not quite sure who grabbed it in there, but it was a Gaels player who sent it out, and it was a Kingscourt player by the name of Patrick Carlin who sent it in, but once again it's the Gaels who get it outfield, and Nicholas Walsh now pulling on it, getting the ball well down the field for Alan Coyle. Alan brought to the ground by Colin McCabe. Alan Coyle with the free. In it goes. Damien O'Connor is on the ground in front of the goal. A free into Cavan Gaels. They lead for 13-5. There's 16 minutes gone in the second half, and Damien O'Connor takes the shot, sends it over. It's 14-5. Damien Farrell doesn't hold it, and Kevin Callan picks it up, releasing it. But Patrick Carlin couldn't hold on to it. Niall Collins for Cavan Gaels out to the wing to Damien O'Connor. Kieran Flynn waits. Kieran Flynn being chased by Porrick Cunningham. Niall Collins supporting, and Niall now to boot it across into the middle, and it's goalkeeper Carl McCabe who gets it. He's under some pressure as he clears it out, and Damien Farrell races out. Damien to jab it downfield, and to take the return from Finan Coyle, who had moved upfield. The free quickly taken, it comes into Alan Coyle. Alan Coyle trying to jink his way through, gets it in. Sean Johnson scores the goal. 5 goals and 14 points to 5 points. The Gaels with a massive lead on 17.5 minutes played in the second half as Nicholas Walsh powers his way towards the Kingscourt goal, sends it out over the end line, and he sends it wide. They haven't had many wides, but well, they can afford the luxury of a few. So Cahill McCabe will take the kick out, and Cahill's kick will break for Finan Coyle, who waited there for it, and now it's Damien O'Connor from out the field. It's off the upright and it's gone wide. Finan Coyle releasing it to Nicholas Walsh, plays it out to Niall Collins. Niall Collins drops it in, and it's going to bounce out wide. Neil McCabe on there now for Sean Mulligan. Mulligan surrounded by Cavan Gaels players. Neil McCabe has been pulled down, free to Kingscourt out there in front of us, and Neil McCabe to take it. Up towards Sean O'Gargan. Damien Clark was trying to do something about the scoreline. Sean Mulligan now gets the ball in, and a shot that has gone into the goal, or a goal for Kingscourt from Kieran Farley. 5-14 to 1-5. Cavan Gaels attacking again. The ball down from Niall Collins to Nicholas Walsh, to the on-running Damien O'Connor. Damien attempted to play it back, decided to play it across the centre, and Conor McMahon intercepted. It will break for Sean Johnston. Sean now to Niall Collins, taps it further into Alan Coyle. Coyle to kick it over the shoulder type of kick out over the end line. Just about 5 minutes left in the game, 5-14 to 1-5. Cavan Gaels lead Kingscourt in this under-12 Roinn A final, and Sean Mulligan and Finan Coyle battle for possession on the far side, and it's the Kingscourt lad who gets it. Sends it in now to Porrick Cunningham. Porrick Cunningham working his way upfield. Nicholas Walsh across the challenge. Whistle blown by the referee, and free to Kingscourt. Well, Nicholas Walsh took it, but that free was to Kingscourt. Still is, of course. And Porrick Cunningham's kick goes up to Neil McCabe. McCabe trying to make his way towards the general direction of the goal, but the ball is booted out over the end line and wide. So with 21 minutes played, it's 5-14 to 1-5. Cavan Gaels the leaders, and they bring the ball out of the fence at the moment. And now in possession is John Murray. Waiting for it was Conor McMahon. Tackling him is Sean Johnston. McMahon's kick. Kevin Callan gets it. Kevin Callan booting it up into space. That's Sean O'Gargan for Kingscourt. Sean Oak's kick going upfield where it's held a foul on Fergal Brady, and the clearance will come out to John Murray. Murray boots it across where Damien O'Connor lays it inside for Sean Johnson. Sean Johnson brought it to the ground. And he simply taps it over the bar from the free, 5-15 to 1-5. Patrick Carlin. Patrick still going, and from out the field drops it in. Damien Clark was in there trying to get it, but couldn't quite pick it up. Fergal Malone did, and then Sean Riley dispossessing him but handling on the ground, and a free in to Kingscourt. Fergal Malone with the kick. Fergal drops it in. Fergal Brady with the left-footed clearance that comes outfield. Comes to Nicholas Walsh, releases it to Damien Farrell. Damien Farrell booting it further on field. Alan Coyle and Colin McCabe, and it's Colin McCabe who emerges with it, gets it upfield where Nicholas Walsh will intercept. A couple of minutes left in the game as Kevin Callan for Kingscourt now, and games between these sides in the past few years have been very, very close. This one, well, it hasn't lived up to that closeness. But Kevin Callan, the Kingscourt lads, they never drop the head. They fight on, and now it's Sean Forkin. Sean across in to the middle. Neil McCabe. Neil McCabe still going. Neil McCabe's shot is blocked down. Again he pulls on it, and it's a goal scored in there by Caden Farley, and that's his second goal of the game. $5-15 to 2-5. Out comes Sean Fergal Brady's kick, and Damien Farrell, Sean Riley now, and it's now Sean Mulligan who picks it up. Niall Collins goes across for Cavan Gaels. Downfield to Finan Coyle. Releasing it now for Sean Riley. Sean setting off on the solo with it. He's got players to his right, player to his left, and in the centre is Alan Coyle. Here's Sean Riley, and it's a goal for Cavan Gaels. 6 goals, 15 points to 2 goals and 5, and there's not much time left in the game as the Gaels attack again. This time it has been sent wide. Carl McCabe's kick is held out there by Nicholas Walsh, who taps it into Alan Coyle, and Alan Coyle from out the field drops it in, drops it over the bar. 6 goals and 16 points. I make it to 2 goals and 5. The 25 minutes are up according to my timing. Tony McDonald has just checked his watch, and there goes the final whistle, right on the button, Tony. So a very convincing win for the under-12s of Cavan Gaels on a scoreline of 6-16 to 2-5. We'll adjust our position a little bit and make way for the presentation.
Patrick there. A Carja Gael, our son Board Pellinog, but while Lum Cogard as a coach, the Berchern, Fesbon the Gintish, a Cunningham instant Cliff Pella, so Trinona Shaw. But while Lum Cogard as a coach, Donabohly o Gael on Cavan, a Woy on Cornshaw. A Carja Gael, I wish to congratulate both teams on a fine exhibition of Gaelic football here tonight. I want you to put your hands together and give a big round of applause to two fine teams. Tonight we saw the final of the Roinn under 12 competition. This proved to be a decisive victory for Cavan Gaels. Kingscourt and Cavan Gaels over the last number of years have shared this cup. Kingscourt 2 years, and this is Gaels' third. It has been always a game of chess with those two teams. You never know what's going to happen. Tonight it was Cavan Gaels' time to record a fine win. I want to congratulate them on a great display here tonight. Indeed, it is a credit to their managers, to their trainer, and to their parents. They gave a great display of Gaelic football in the true sportsmanship that Cavan Gaels we have come to know of them. I want to commiserate with Kingscourt. Kingscourt have come to this park each year for the last 5 years. They have given us a great display of football. Tonight it wasn't their night. They tried their best, but there had to be one victor on the night. I congratulate Kingscourt. I congratulate their trainers, their mentors, their parents. They played the game regardless of scores. They played it in the true tradition of Gaelic football, and indeed it's a credit to them that they kept slogging away until the end. But there had to be one victor on the night, and tonight it was Cavan Gaels. And who knows, next year it may be Kingscourt back here, because this is the way Cavan Gaels and Kingscourt play. They have really owned this trophy for the last number of years. I say it is a great rivalry has built up and a great camaraderie between the two officials and teams, and I hope it continues in that vein. The skills displayed here tonight are indeed what's coming through from the coaching that's going on in this county, and if it continues, it is only good it can do the game, and I can see a lot of those young lads wearing the blue of Cavan. So a Carja Gael, Dawes and Down Orm, a Corrinchin of Rono, a Captain Gael and Cavan, Sean O'Reilly. Now captain of Cavan Gaels, Sean O'Reilly, to say a few words.
It's a great honour for me to receive this cup on behalf of Cavan Gaels, and I'd like to thank Kingscourt for a very hard game. 3 cheers for Kingscourt. And I'd like to thank the players of Cavan Gaels for the great commitment through the year, and the managers and selector, Finian Farrell and Mick Flynn, for their hard work every Saturday this year.
And now I call on Patrick Farrell, the Kingscourt captain, to say a few words.
I'd like to thank the selectors and Pat Byrne, our manager, for training us every few days. Whatever. John Murray.
Good morning. And a word of praise to Tony MacDonald and his officials and the linesmen who officiated here in a very officious manner here tonight, and a big round of applause for them. Also the Ballyjames Duff Band for their fine rendering of music here. It added a lot to the occasion here tonight, and I hope we see that in the future. It is something that appreciation for both the teams that trains over the year and for the spectators, and I think they want to get a big round of applause.
Up the Gaels!
I've got Joe O'Connor here beside me. Joe, have you something to say? You had plenty to say during the game. Just face the camera, face the music and say something.
Well, Tommy, I'm delighted that I had a young lad playing on the under 12. It's a great honour for me, even though I'm from Mayo, to have someone talking out for Cavan Gaels and playing at the underage level. But there's a lot of work goes into these during the year, and basically it's down to hard work and commitment. But on the day, the strength, we were very strong up the middle, from the full back, centre half back, and the 2 midfielders, and Nicholas up front. And if you're strong at that level, it makes an awful difference at under 12.
Joe, I see Mick Flynn over here talking to J.J. Riley.
That's the man to be talking to.
I'll move over and see if we can get them to face the music. Mick Flynn, if you just put your pretty face in front of the camera for a minute. Mick, you're pleased with the result. It was a bit of a landslide victory, but you can always expect something great from the Gaels in Kingscourt Meath.
Well, you can. I suppose we've shared it over the years, and this year, well, we had a good team this year. We had a couple of teams that won the All-Ireland 2 years ago or 3 years ago, and they stood well to us, and we had a bit of strength in the middle, which is very important at underage. And the boys showed that they could play football as well, the little lads on the side and the strong lads in the middle, and they combined well, and they made use of all the resources they had, the strength and the little bit of speed they had in the wings, and the accuracy as well. They did very well. They did very well, Mick, and you're pleased to be involved with them. Oh, of course. They're a great bunch of lads, you know, there's no problem. They love to play football, as you could see out there. There's very little dirt and anything like that involved in the game, so it's great to be with fellas who like to play football. You don't have to be hounding them to get out to train or to do anything like that. They're up there a half an hour before you are, you know. So I have a young fella playing there, and he had his stuff ready at 4 o'clock this evening. He couldn't wait to get going. He'll probably sleep in it tonight, Mick. He probably will. It wouldn't be the first time he slept in his football stuff. Thanks, Mick, for talking to us. JJ Riley, JJ, can you tell me now, have you seen the fruits of any of this coaching coming through?
Oh yeah, well, before there was talk of coaching at county level, you know, the Gaels, for instance, and maybe Kingscourt were at it for years and years. I myself have been involved in coaching since about 1982, We got hammered in Crushlaw in 1982, and some fella in Crushlaw says to me, JJ, what's happened to Cavan Gaels? And I said, I'm at a loss to know. We were beaten by 24 points. So I have seen the good times and the bad times. So I vowed in around 82, 83, get stuck in, and I was with under 12s from 82 or 83 until 1990, and won nothing. And in the end won in 1990, and we've been in the final every year since, from 1990. This is our 6th final in a row. We won 4, so not a bad record.
It's a good record. I'm going to chase after Finney and Fadl. You can just beam your camera down here. I'll have a little quick word with two men who are involved or have been involved. Taryn Shaw. The secretary does the writing, but Joe O'Connor tells me that you're a great man to talk.
Oh, Joe, no. Joe O'Connor was never a great judge of either football or fishing.
I better get a word with Finney and Fadl. Finian, please. Congratulations, Finian. They turned it on this evening, Finian.
They did, Howie. It was great. Now we were absolutely delighted. The second year in a row that we've won the Under-12 Cup, and really we knew we had a strong team this year. We hadn't been playing particularly well in the quarter-final, semi-final, but we knew ability-wise that coming to Breffni Park would suit our fellas. Playing the ball wide, taking our scores, blocking well, tackling well, and giving the commitment that we knew they had. We knew we could win on the night.
And when you did, and now they're gone in there, and I'm sure you'd like to get in along with them. The light is fading here in Breffni Park, and the crowd are making their way home. I think we have the same thing on our mind. Finian, congratulations, and well, you've got something to say for now for the summer.
Indeed we have, Tommy. It's nice to sit back now for the summer and enjoy our success. But we worked hard at, like all underage clubs or underage teams here in the Gaels. We worked very hard with our young players, and I suppose we reaped the rewards that we deserve.
Finian, thanks for taking time out to talk to me.
Thank you, Tommy.
So that's about it from Breffni Park. We'll wrap it up. Pat, you can beam in on our national flag as it hangs limp on the far side of the field, and we'll say Slán agus Bealach go léir.